I mean, a lot of the Mormons, I think, are doing great. I mean, the Mormons have some wacky ass beliefs. But I was telling people on Twitter, they're like, how come you don't go with the Mormons? They have like magic undies or some shit. I'm like, because they're so damn polite and symmetrical and work hard. You Catholics got to really understand a lot of reasons, and the Jews too, obviously. A lot of reasons that people love mocking you is because you're such cunts. You know, I call and the Muslims are fucking sweet. I mean, don't get me wrong, not the ones getting shipped into Manchester, if you know what I'm saying. But a lot of them are such sweet people, like so humble and nice. And I feel bad for the people that haven't gotten to meet these people. They're so much like Mormons. They're like sand Mormons. And don't get me wrong. I know that like you look out your window, but that's because England fell so hard after the World Wars. They have no faith. Their women are whores. No offense. But they're like, you want a blowjob? Give me a shot of liquor. I'll give you a blowjob. And so, of course, you're going to get taken over. Like, come on. And I get why. It's because tell me true, tell me why. Was Jesus crucified? Was it for this that Daddy died? Pink Floyd summed it up. When you got the Anglican Church that produced such geniuses as C.S. Lewis telling you to run into gunfire because God told him to, you're fucked. Like people are going to slowly not believe, not go to church, dude, if you go to look at old videos of Manchester women in the turn of the century, they were wearing hijabs. They were white, but they were wearing hijabs. Okay? One of the biggest myths ever is that hijabs is a Muslim thing. It used to be any culture that respects the family unit and the role of male and female, the women cover themselves in public. Swear to God, dude. If you go back and watch old-timey videos of women, not the Victorian elite, they kind of dress like whores. Like with the corset. I mean, they covered themselves, but they were trying to show their tits a little bit, even though they were covered. Can confirm England screwed. Yeah, there was a time when showing ankles was controversial. Yes, in white Europe. And the fact you stopped doing that, and the fact you ran around like whores, and a lot of it was the guy's fault. I'm not blaming the women. I promise I'm not. In comes in any culture that follows those rules. Is a shithole here in the UK now? Yeah, I think, guys, just between me and you, I prefer the Caucasian Nordic stock to the Arabs. Don't tell the Arabs I said that. Oh, hey, Saracen Bear. How you guys do? Hey, look, it's Habib. Don't get me wrong. A lot of them are great people. And some are like crazy smart geniuses, hardworking legends. But I like whites. I just do. I just really like Nordic, Germanic. But Muslim isn't a race, retards. It's a religion, right? It's a way of life. And if your Christianity stops covering women and they all start fucking each other in the ass, you're going to be taken over. You're going to be taken over by anyone willing to follow those laws. Now, does my wife wear her hijab? No, but she never dresses provocatively. She looks nice because we're raised in this culture. Like I'm not about to, in Scotland, it's terrifying. Well, if you choose to be disgusting. Yeah. And so that's the role, man. That's just the deal. And so a lot of these quote unquote Muslims that come to your countries that are so aggressive to your women, you know why that is, right? Because they think they're prostitutes. Has no one explained this to the poor European whites? Do you not? Okay, let's say you're from a functioning Islamic country and you go to a place where women show their labia in very tight spandex ass pants. They literally think that they're women selling their pussy for money. Okay? So bring back bowl cuts and bonnets. Well, it's just don't dress like an actual prostitute. And back in the day, European men and American men were very much like that too. If a woman dressed like a slut, they would be very aggressive. Remember the idea of catcalling and all that? That's been going on forever. Men are pigs, man. A lot of men are pigs, especially low status men in working jobs. A lot of them will aggressively try and get women that are prostitutes. If you look at the history of mining in America and a lot of those type of labor forces, if you rolled a woman in there showing her tits, they'd probably get raped. White people raping. Okay, it's not just because of the low impulse control, whatever. If you're in a society where all women that deserve respect are covering their body, and you roll in a woman that isn't, they're perceived as a prostitute, and the guys are so strung out that it's dangerous. It's literally a dangerous thing. And that's why in America, the laws were if you were a single woman, you were never in public unaccompanied. You all dressed like Little House on the Prairie. You can go back and read the laws, guys. I'm not making this shit up. If you were an unmarried woman in her 20s, you were already starting to be seen as kind of like a witch. Like that you were a temptress or a prostitute. I'm not kidding. It's like, that was, conservative, traditional America Christendom. And so if you start dressing like whores and you're running around without guys, yeah, women now are just Victorian prostitutes who just don't get paid. Yeah, exactly. It's sad for them. It's very sad for them. They don't get, a family. The face foundation, fake eyelashes, plastic nails, fake injections has got to go. At home or privately, you can dress anywhere you fucking want. It's the public square. How do people not know that? Oh, you there? What do you got to fuck through a blanket? No. If you dress sexually provocative in public, it means you don't have a man and you're being paid for sex. And that's our deep genetic code. Oh, you can't control your damn. Okay, I'll show you guys some designer shoes on sale. Can you not control yourself? It's like, that's how men are. Men look at women like meat a lot of times.